on talking about it as well, but it also shows why we have this check procedure. When I thought about what took place at the beginning of the new year here in the city of New Orleans, I thought about how some people could take that, especially after the gentleman went on Fox News and said that his intel, his was unverified source, said that it has something, that the guy was connected to the Nation of Islam. Right. Now imagine if you have lost a loved one in that situation, right, and somebody is saying that it was the Nation of Islam. What type of thoughts might pop up into somebody's mind? They took my loved one, or don't they have a place here in the city of New Orleans? I'm going to go and see them. Right? And people will do stuff like that, all because of a lie. And we can say without a shadow of a doubt, it is a lie. Because this man was a former FBI agent. They know that that's not the way of the Nation of Islam. Is that right? So our prayers go out to the families, and listen to this, regardless of their color, regardless of their ethnicity. Our prayers go out to all of those who lost someone or someone was injured by what took place on Bourbon Street, right? And for those who may not know or maybe have drunken the Kool-Aid about the Nation of Islam, we do not condone nor do we advocate the killing of innocent human beings. We don't do that, right? And in fact, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, both publicly and privately, told us as members of the Nation of Islam that if we are aware of somebody wanting to commit what this country describes as a terrorist act, we are obligated to do something to stop it. Yes, and he went further to say, even if that means us losing our own lives. Yes. But that's not something that you will hear on the news. They will make some people think that we'll be advocating, yeah, go and blow it up. But that's not us. Yes, and that's not our spirit, right? Now, on last Wednesday, in a private meeting that we had with our just a private meeting for the Nation of Islam, our national secretary informed us that our legal counsel submitted a cease and desist letter to Fox News and to the gentleman who got on the news and said that lie, right? Yes, sir. And he said that guy who they said was the suspect, he's not a registered member of the Nation of Islam. That's right. Meaning now he's not a member of the Nation of Islam. He hasn't gone through the process to say that he's a part of our community, right? And as Brother Lawrence said, we have a 94-year track record. You understand that? 6 years away from a century. Yes, sir. Of not committing acts of violence, right? And nor do we have any intentions to do so. But as I said, they know this. They know that we don't have that type of philosophy. And here's something for you to see to find out how they know this. There it is. We'll come back to the title of that lecture. That's the title of the lecture, but I want to get into this before we get into it. You can go and Google this. We discovered that the Homeland Security had the Nation of Islam under surveillance shortly after 9/11. But they've always had us under surveillance. That's right. But the record came out, but what they had to bear witness, as their report stated, the Homeland Security officials admitted in the nearly 80-year history of the Nation of Islam, there's no record of violence, calling for violent overthrow of the government, or carrying weapons, which is forbidden in the Nation of Islam. Right. Which means in their records, they know that we're not about that. And if they know that, then why would that man get on news in a national program and say such? Because they have a hidden agenda.